Do you agree with Kissinger when he says Ukraine should give up some land to Russia? Tomas Bargazon. No. Look, Kissinger knows what he's doing and his goals make geopolitical sense, but only if you have no idea who and what you're talking about. Darth Kissinger. The logic behind the proposal is solid. Russia will not stop in Ukraine. If it is beaten back, it will simply attack again at a later date. Above all, we in the West want stability in the region, so we should pressure Ukraine into giving up land Russia will eventually take anyway for the sake of stability. You don't have to like it, I don't, but the idea is at least logically consistent. We take care of our own interests, and if someone suffers because of our indifference, that's a Tuesday. The problem here is that neither will Ukraine agree to anything Russia will, or vice versa. Russian demands are excessive and abhorrently violent. Legality aside, Ukraine cannot consent to them and remain a nation, let alone a state. That means even if his proposal is taken at face value and some sort of an agreement were reached, this would simply lead to more instability a few years down the line. His plan can buy us a respite of between 5 and 20 years perhaps, but war will return. Russian occupation of wide swaths of Ukraine will lead to an insurgency that makes Afghanistan outright pleasant and stable. Kicking Russians out could mean another war too, but with an important caveat: it makes Ukraine stronger and Russia weaker. If another war is inevitable, we should seek to fight it from a position of maximum possible strength. Letting Russia score some gains now just means Ukraine, and by extension, we, will be weaker and Russia stronger. That's why we should assist Ukrainians with anything and everything we're able. If Russians are beaten back, they maybe won't return, or at least won't return for longer than they otherwise would have, and even then we Ukrainians first and foremost will be in a better position to beat them back again. Russia is economically and politically isolated, it's bleeding skilled cadres at an alarming rate and has little ability to match the West in a generation or more as it is. If Western military technology is currently 20 years ahead of Russians, it may well be 30 years ahead 20 years from now. It could be Russia will recognize itself incapable of winning the conflict in that scenario and seek to enter the 20th century already. It would be high time, would it not? Help Ukraine beat Russians back and accept them into NATO would be the preferred outcome of the war if you want long-term stability. Anything else ensures long-term instability in the region and should be denied outright. 16.3K views. View 1094 upvotes. View 3 shares.